All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and good evening, dear panelists. We are going into this conversation. We have three of our awesome customers on stage here with me. I want to quickly go around and do a quick round of introductions. On my close, or just right next to me, we have Andun Samira Lian Gunawardana. He's the co-founder and currently the chief operating officer at Emojot. And right next to him, we have Aditya Kumar. He's a subject matter expert at Vodafone IoT, or subject matter expert for IAM at Vodafone IoT. And in the far corner, we have Giridhar Sripada. He's the manager for the integration platform. Here, when we say integration, they own IAM and all the entire backend services at Align Tech. Giridhar is joining us from India. Aditya is joining us from the UK. And Andun, he's local here in Sri Lanka. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So just to get the conversation started, right? I'd love for us to go on a quick round and just please introduce your organization. Just give us a bit of background about what you guys do, and we'd love to hear about your role. Shall we start from the far corner, Giridhar?
So, Align is basically the world leader and inventor of clear aligners, which is a better alternative to the wires and brackets or the braces. So we are, along with that, we also have a product called iTero, which is intraoral scanner, as well as we produce ExoCAD, which is another product of ours, which is for the a CAD and CAM software for doctors, for treatment planning and so on and so forth. Right, so we are basically the largest manufacturers of clear aligners in the world, which we produce about 1 million clear aligners a day. And please bear in mind that these aligners are customized to each and every patient. So it's not like assembly line production. It has to be customized for a particular treatment plan and for a particular patient. So that's in itself is a feat of engineering that we have at Align. So basically what I do in Align, so I manage the integrations platform team, which owns the IAM services as well as the API management services for Align. So all our 700 plus applications which are running online go through our identity platform. We use, WSO2, and we also use WSO2 API Manager in terms of our API services that we, the applications access to go through the backend. So yeah, that's about me.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Giridhar. So 1 million customized aligners produced each day. That's quite a feat. Yeah. Thank you for that introduction. Aditya, please give us a bit of a rundown about Vodafone IoT.
Sure. Thanks, Geeks, for the lovely introduction. Yes, Vodafone IoT is the global largest IoT platform in the world. And by that, I mean, we have more than 215 million IoT SIMs provisioned in our platform. And that's massive scale of IoT devices which we are talking about. Every month, we have more than 60,000 users actively logging into our platform. We have multiple use cases, both including B2B and B2B2C, which is where we are using WSO2IS in both the use cases. We use WSO2IS for the authentication as well as authorization. And yeah, so myself, I have been working on this role as an identity lead or SME for IAM for the IoT platform for last 5+ years. And although I've been associated with the Vodafone IoT for last 13 years, in like 13 years, I've done various networking, various IoT related products, platforms. Also, I've worked a lot in the networks domain. IAM is slightly new. It's just 5.5 years till now. And going a bit more onto B2B and B2B2C use cases. So B2B use cases, I would say the customers are mainly related to smart meters, smart home, smart engine, smart energy. Then we have mobile asset tracking. There are other connected products like connected cabinet, connected refrigerator. So everything is using Vodafone IoT as a SIM. Now, for a B2B user to access our IoT platform, it is going via the WSO2 IS. That's a simple, slightly simple use case. But the more complicated one is the actual B2B2C use cases, where we have integrated with more than 30 car manufacturers, OEM car manufacturers. Now I'm talking about all the big brands here. All the brands related to VW are our customer for B2B2C use case. Recently, we have integrated with BYD as well. Now, if someone owns a BYD and if they are getting a prompt to log in into the platform, that is us providing that connectivity, but in turn it is going via your identity server. So we are federating with BYD's IDP with the WSO2 IS, and that's one of the major use cases. And yeah, I think that's all from my side.
Thanks a lot, Aditya. BYD has taken Sri Lanka by storm. I myself bought into the BYD vision, so I might be sitting in my vehicle trying to log in to add a lot more transactions to get a bit more transactions loads going on your platform. And finally, Andun, would love to hear about Emojot, what you guys do, and your story.
Yeah. I will first of all I'll say my role. So I'm a co-founder of Emojot, and from the inception I was mainly looking at engineering aspects. Now in this role I'm mainly looking at operations and customer success at the moment. So Emojot is a AI-powered B2B SaaS platform. So what we are doing is we are helping businesses and brands to enhance their customer centricity. So we come as the world's only platform which provide the solutions which are used to do enhance the customer experience in one single platform. If we talk about surveys, social listening, online reputation management, process automation, so there are many modules in our platform. Based on the need of the customer or the brand, we provide the SaaS solution for them. And from the inception of our platform, we architected in a way which is future-proof. So with the we can align with the trend and all. So since the beginning, WSO2 middleware was a part of that architecture which powers the platform. And we were initially on the open source mode with our own deployments on cloud, and later with the growth which we are seeing all around the globe. I mean, for the year we have doubled our enterprise customer list, right? So we thought that we need more managed solutions, and we need to focus more and more on our domain because it has a lot of challenges to solve, interesting challenges. So we wanted to get the expert support of managed services. So we moved into Asgardio, and we are there with as one of your first customers as well, and going through a good journey. And we are powering a lot of brands around the world to enhance their service, focusing about the customer more. So we are industry agnostic. So we work across many domains. So that's it about us.
Thanks a lot for that, Andun. So Emojot and WS2, we have a symbiotic relationship. While they are one of our customers, we ourselves are an Emojot customer. If you are a WS2 customer and you've got our NPS score requests, that's basically all generated and analyzed using Emojot's technologies.
Yes, definitely. You can tell about how you use AI to look at how your customers perform, right?
Exactly.
Our agentic AI.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, it's been a great relationship there. So, having said that, I want to understand your long-term sort of the journey from an IAM perspective and what brought you to this point and some of the challenges that you guys faced and the use cases and how you sort of overcame some of these challenges and some of the challenges you're kind of facing today, right? So you mentioned, Andul, let's start with you. You mentioned you guys were first using Identity Server open source on premises, then you wanted a more managed services, then you end up moving to Asgardio, one of the first Asgardio customers, probably the first, I think. So tell us about, a bit more, can you elaborate a bit more about the challenges that brought you to a out-of-the-box IAM product, the challenges being on-prem, and how the journey from going from on-prem to using a SaaS service?
Yeah, so B2B itself is a challenge, right? That's why you had all this in the track for previous sessions as well. So we, from the start of our platform implementation, we had all these challenges, how to manage identities across different tenants in our platform, the customer requirements they have, and those kind of things were the initial challenges. So we thought about in a more architectural way, first of all, how we address all these requirements coming in a B2B SaaS platform. So then we thought that we will use the middleware stack you were providing, because we were having some familiarity with the thing, because we were contributing to your communities as well as open source developers. So we evaluated different products, and we thought that initially to address all these complex challenges of B2B SaaS, we will go with Identity Server of WSO2 and API Manager of WSO2 in an on-premise deployment in our cloud. So we started there, and we address all the authentication, authorization, the branding requirements of our tenants in identity, API management, and all these things. And with the growth of the platform, where when we are getting customers and when we are seeing a lot of load coming in, and the scalability, the dynamic nature of the scalability, we identified that the management of this thing we can handle, but it is more productive for us, our engineering team, our platform engineering team, to get this as a managed service. So that's why we looked at cloud services for these IAM capabilities as API management, while having been addressing all these complexities. So we evaluated all the leading products and their cost, features, support, community, all these things. And we decided that we will have a combined ecosystem with API gateway coming in from AWS, and identity capabilities coming in from WSO2. It on itself a challenge as well, because two ecosystems interacting and providing support for these or dynamically varying needs of our platform in the multi-tenant nature. And with the introduction of this AI and all, as you, Ayesha, completely explained, and we are facing the same challenges these days. And so we heard that you guys are providing these solutions as well. So it proved us that we were in the correct decision of choosing the vendor. So that was our journey in the identity and middleware side of our platform.
Excellent. Thanks so much for elaborating so well. So I'm going to skip over to Giridhar. And just, I know Align Tech has been a long time customer of ours. I think the relationship predates both of us being, both of us being part of this initiative. So can you just tell us about, as you took over the platform, what sort of challenges that you guys are facing, and a bit more, elaborate a bit more about the use cases that Align Tech addresses from an IAM perspective, because we're talking about clear aligners, right? And going to market with clear aligners is not as straightforward as any other products, because you want to get a recommended opinion on what product to purchase, because not any of us are dentists to know which aligners to go and purchase. So can you just explain how technology enables that decision process and the go-to-market aspects of Align Tech?
Yeah, definitely. So like you said, we have predominantly two different user bases. So one, we have categorized that as customer stack, and one being the consumer stack. So customer stack are our direct customers. So predominantly orthodontists and general practitioners who are dentists. So we sell our products in terms of iTero scanners and exocad software to them, so that they can recommend Invisalign as a product to the end user, so who's basically the patients. And the patients are basically categorized as the consumer stack, who consume our products. So in these two, so we, like I said, we have various BUs for Invisalign, iTero, we have for exocad, and we have one BU for consumer. So we have several different applications across these BUs. So what happens is basically every platform or every BU has different requirements in terms of registration process, in terms of login process, and that's where WSO2 has been very, very helpful in terms of customizing each workflows for our BUs. So in terms of challenges, we had a lot of difficulties in terms of branding, segregated user base, where we basically took in the user store concept that we currently are using, as well as we have different set of brandings which is integrated with the product itself, WSO2. So we have customized login pages and included in the package itself in order to go through various login flows for our various BUs. So these are predominantly most of the challenges that we have faced, and yeah, with WSO2 support, we have overcome this challenge in the last few years.
Excellent. Thanks so much for that. And that brings me to you, Aditya. You guys have had a very interesting and challenging journey getting to where you guys are, and now are in the process of already thinking about modernizing, right, and taking the platform to the next level. Can you give us a bit more of a rundown of what are the challenges that, or what has brought you to the point of already thinking about modernization and taking your capabilities and features to the next level?
Sure. Just to give you a bit more context. So our IoT platform is more than 18 years old, roughly. And 7 years down the line, we never had any centralized identity and access management platform. So all these components which we had, they were doing their own identity and access management. So they had their own authentication and authorization model. And everyone was quite keen, quite happy with that. But when security audit from one of a very major OEM happened, they raised this question that you cannot be going, you must have a plan to have at least centralized IAM in your platform. Now we started thinking about it, we started designing it, we got WSO2 to help and build our centralized IAM. Since then, we have had major improvement in our cybersecurity baseline score, which is one of the key standard in the European Union as well as in the UK. So we started with a score of 2.4 out of 4. Now we have 4 out of 4, so which is a major achievement. Now all these journeys, so we started with WSO2 5.4 initially, then we moved to 5.7. We again migrated to 5.11. But now we are into that migration, I would say modernization journey towards 7.1, where we are planning to get rid of few of the legacy or customization. I would probably touch base more on this part tomorrow morning at 9, but still going to answer your question. So this, and so that's one part of it. Another very important part is the amount of users, the amount of customers we have now started onboarding. As now we are, Vodafone IoT is now a separate entity. So we can do business across the globe. Earlier it was kind of a limited, we cannot do business in some of the major segments, major areas, because we had to go via the partners. So with this, we are adding, I would say 15 million SIMs every quarter. That's what we are seeing now, and which is massive growth. The entire stack needs to be modernized as well. Also the identity and access management, we have recently enabled WSO2 IS as a geo-resilient as well, but still on-prem, but it is a geo-resilient now. Active standby mode, still a geo-resilient, better than what we were before. So yeah, I think this is the journey. So we started with just 2 OEM vendors way back in 2021. Audi and Porsche were the only ones, and then now we have 33. You name any big vendor, any big car OEM, and they are with us using our IATC, Internet in the Car services. So yeah, that's a massive journey which we started, and we are going through it.
Excellent, Aditya. I'm going to continue on to the next question, just starting from you. What does the future hold? What's your plans? What does your roadmap look like? What are the priorities moving forward? And I'm sure you've attended a lot of sessions, both in the IAM track and visiting some of our partner or sister brother views as well. So what are some of the capabilities and what are your takeaways from this conference and some areas that you will be focusing on when you get back to the
Sure.
UK?
One major focus is we have started integrating a lot with the AI chatbots. So we have 2 new vendors integrated, one already integrated with one of our test platform, and the second one is already like in pipeline to be integrated. And I'm quite sure going forward we would have bit more of agents. So whenever you log into platform, you can see some agent popping up asking some questions to you. Can I help you in a manner with your users, with your customer, with some error scenarios, with some reports? We don't have any capability as such in our current implementation where we can control those agents. The guardrails are present on the customer, on those new vendor premises, but not with us. We cannot control any agent if it is a model which is present in their system. So that is one of the major thing which we are really focusing on. We would have to do it, probably start thinking about it already, and probably the implementation should start somewhere around in November, December timeframe, so that we are not that far lagging behind. Another thing is, yes, we started this cloud migration discussion long back, but then we had to move back due to some reasons. But yes, that is another major point which we would be definitely moving forward to. And private identity cloud, which WSO2 supports, that is our best fit. We may not go to the Asgardio, which is into complete SaaS or any other, but yes, private identity cloud is what we would be moving on to. So cloud, agents, these 2 are very critical and very important for us moving forward.
Thanks so much for that, Aditya. So, Girdhar, with that, I come to you. What's next, and what are your focus areas? And I also try to understand that your users are doctors, may not be as techie as you'd expect, like another normal techie, and then of course you have the consumers, the experience you provide them. So I'm curious to hear what are your areas of focus and priorities for the platform, the future.
Yeah, so to begin with, we are getting a lot of requests from especially the APAC region to go passwordless. So in terms of using authenticators or going passwordless in terms of email or phone numbers. So we are trying to experiment with that. Along with that, we have some AI initiatives coming on to the picture. So we are looking at agents authentication as well. So where what you have just explained in terms of the new features that is in 7.x. So we would tap into that. And currently we are doing the POC with 7.x, trying to basically redefine our workflows, trying to integrate passwordless logins, in future authenticators as well. And we are looking at how we can redefine our workflows for agents as well. So in terms of helping out our doctors with chatbots or stuff, or maybe our sales representatives when they are going to the doctors or talking about some new product or new line or new discount, they would get all the information through the agents on their iPad or device, what they're using, catered to that specific doctor who they are trying to pitch. So all these initiatives are coming into the picture. So yeah, we are hopeful that we would be able to achieve those using the 7.x series.
Excellent. Thanks a lot. Yes, go
Sorry,
for it.
I missed on one important point, as in you wanted to ask about the future. In our IoT platform, we have an analytics tool. So this is for the platform, but that is not for the WSO2 at the moment, and we have plans to integrate with that for last 2 years. We have not been able to do it because of other priorities coming in, other customers, new modernization. But when I saw your presentation that now you have something as an like analytics platform, I would really would be really keen to get that as well.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, we also would like to tap into that in terms of IAM analytics. So that will be really interesting.
A unanimous request for IAM analytics. And team, I hope you're hearing this. Okay, great. So Andun, what's next for Emojot? What's the next big thing that you're focused on from an IAM perspective?
Yeah, so from our platform's perspective, as I said, we are trying to solve problems of many different functions of organization, and we are dealing with many organizations as well. So because of these many different functions, generating a lot of data, providing them the insights at the correct time where they want, according to the format they want, is our own challenge to address that one from IAM perspective and platform middleware perspective. We need to have different customizations, personalizations, IDPs connected to different tenants, different ways. So utilizing Asgardio's organizational concept in depth is one of our major priorities right now. And we were listening to the talk of agentic AI, because in our platform we try to automate a lot of things because it is a lot of data. So for that one, we have RPAs, AI agents on our own implementations. So securing that one is another one, and developing and hosting those AI agent in an efficient way is another challenge. So here today we listen to the other track where Choreo, the platform for AI agent development, was a very interesting one for us, and our dev team is very much interested about that one. We'll be looking into that one, so that will give us the more power to innovate on our own domain and help businesses to do this customer centricity related stuff while we do the innovation in with your the platform which we are providing. So that one, and agentic AI related identity platform of Asgardio, we are looking to collaborate with that one as well, because it's a massive challenge for us as well, because we are a massive user of that concept. Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot. So